Great game, great atmosphere. Just love coming to this place and being a part of this. I thought Penn played really tough, man. I don't want to say anything about shots we made or turnovers without saying that you have to give Penn credit. I thought they were really active in their zone. Kind of reminded me a little bit how Syracuse plays their zone, just really extending it, really active. We weren't able to, they extended it so far, it affected our three-point shooting, but we weren't able to take advantage of it inside. I just thought because they just worked so hard in it. And then, of course, thank God for Corey Stokes, man. Thank God for seniors. Corey Stokes was incredible. Antonio played great, and I thought Fish was great. Not being able to come out of the game. We didn't have another point guard. He did a great job.
Jay, how was Wayne's?
I think he's going to be fine. We were just being overly cautious. He banged his head. They don't think it's a concussion. They checked him, but if we could have put him in there, but we were just being overly cautious there.
Jay, what was your major point of emphasis to your team about this particular Penn team coming in?
Really trying to control Rosen and Eggleston. We thought Eggleston was a real tough matchup because he could go inside and outside, and then obviously Rosen. And I thought Rosen was great. I forgot to mention that. I apologize because we recruited him. It's no surprise to us. We love him. He comes and plays with our guys in the summer, and our guys always come out of there saying, "Man, he's a hell of a player." So, we had like 6 different guys guarding him. We couldn't. He controlled the game.
Jay, what did Fish do to?
I'm not going to tell you exactly, so we don't have any of this stuff. He got in an argument with me Sunday in practice. It was over. It was in practice. It was over like whether he did something on a offense. He argued back. We just don't do that, especially when you're a senior leader. It's that simple. It's honestly what happened. And I said, okay, you're not starting. And then he responded great. Everything was great. I told him to put you right in there. These guys just got to know when you're a senior and a captain, you don't do that.
Coach, can you talk about how far Penn's come? I mean, last year you beat them by 38 points, and where specifically they've improved, you think?
I know when we played them last year, they had a lot of guys hurt. I think Bernardini got hurt in the game. Somebody else was hurt, and we that game, watching the film to prepare for this, we didn't miss a shot. It was ridiculous. So, in that sense, it wasn't that big of a difference. But I think this team, all the older guys like Eggleston, Belcourt, Turley, Rosen, Bernardini, those guys are juniors and seniors. I think they're really mature. They know how to play. And then you add Cartwright to that group, and Doherty did a good job. But I think they got a great mix of veteran, experienced players that are tough, have been in big games, and are finally understanding, what it takes to win. I think it's something that we lack sometimes. We get the 3 seniors that are great, thank God. But then everybody else, the sophomores and 1 freshman, sometimes we can play a little young. So I think they're going to be a good team. I really like their team, and I think another thing is you can see in every game film they're getting better every game.
What goes through your mind when you see Stokes getting one of those zones?
Oh man, thank God. And I've been, we have not been shooting the ball well from 3. He's been shooting decently, but he hasn't had one of these games yet this year. And we've all seen him. He's had it at the Garden against Syracuse. He's had these games, and he does so many other things for us. Like we had him on Rosen. He's our best defensive player. He's our best rebounding guard. He was the guy who was going to play the point, gave Fish a blow. So he does so many things for us. I was wondering after a few games, are we asking him to do too much that it's affecting his shooting? So when I saw him shoot tonight, and he was in the infirmary on Monday, came to practice yesterday. At one point in practice, he didn't even know what end of the court he was on. He was delirious. We took him out. He was sick all day, and he played with a lot of heart. I was so proud of him. But thank God, really, because 34. If we don't have that, we don't win the game.
Corey, what was wrong with you?
Sore throat, dizziness. I think I had a 24-hour virus or something like that. I wasn't feeling well at all, but I came to practice. As a senior lead, one of the senior leaders, my teammates needed me, So that's what I had to do. I had to fight through it and be a Villanova warrior for my teammates, for my coaches.
You seemed like you felt okay today.
Yeah, I had to push through it, like I said, for my teammates and my coaches.
What kind of, did you feel that right away that you were going to be in a rhythm tonight?
I mean, I come out every night with that type of confidence, and my teammates got me open shots, and they also have the confidence in me every night. And Coach Wright and my teammates just told me to keep shooting the ball.
Corey, can you talk about having this type of game against Zach Rosen, one of your former high school teammates, and what you guys were saying to each other throughout the game or after the game?
I mean, we wasn't really talking during the game. I was just talking to my teammates. I just kept saying attitude. Coach Wright and the rest of the seniors kept saying attitude. That's what we have to do coming into the Palestra. It's a hostile environment. And I mean, after the game, we just say good game, and that's it.
Coach was saying that he was worried that he was giving you too much to do. How do you feel about that?
Whatever the coach asks, I'm gonna do for him and my teammates. Whatever coach asks, that's what I'm gonna do, no matter what it is.
Point guard?
Whatever he wants me to do.
Corey, when you knew Zach in high school, did you have a sense that he might become a leader of the team the way he has for Penn?
Yeah, I knew Zach for a long time before he came to St. Benedict's. He was always a great leader and a great basketball player, and he's really got a lot better in both roles, and it's just great to see him become the type of player he is today.
Jay, the turnovers tonight worry you?
Yeah, yeah, they do. Especially from our two seniors, it's just unusual for Corey Fisher and Antonio. Antonio's one of our best passers, even being a forward. So, yeah, I don't. Again, you got to give Penn. It's never just one thing. You got to give Penn credit. I thought their zone really active. I just thought they did a great job, and we never attacked it inside out. We were talking about it, we just didn't do it.
Coach Jerome talks about how he never believes in moral victories. Anytime there's a loss, there's no positive, no good that comes from it. What is your philosophy on that?
My first philosophy is every coach has got to have his own philosophy. So you got to be yourself. You know what I mean? You can't. I just thought it was really cool that I noticed that the Penn fans stood and cheered for them, and I think it was very clear that they were cheering in appreciation and respect for how hard and together they played. I think that's what college athletics is all about. I always tell our guys, if we play hard and we play together and we're unselfish and we're playing for each other, whatever the outcome is, I'm fine. And I think the Penn fans tonight showed, they really appreciated how well their team played, and they did. They played very well.
Tell me, with Fish not in the starting lineup today, did you and Corey kind of feel take it upon yourselves to step up and take over that leadership role early and kind of show the way?
Yeah, definitely. But even Fish being on the bench, we knew he was going to get the bench going and get them active in the game. Point out shooters. But me and Stokes, that's our job every time. Step on the court, to lead the younger dudes to swing against the ends and be able to talk to each other every possession.
Corey, what's your take on that? Do you feel like you had a little cruise a little more when Fish was in there beginning and when Williams went out in the second half?
We knew Fish was going to come off the bench with the type of energy that we was looking to see him have. And also in practice, Coach Wright puts us in different situations with different lineups. So we have a great feel of any lineup while we're on the court. And Fish did a great job tonight, keeping a positive attitude the whole game.
Antonio, you talking into the freshmen coming into a game like this, Big 5, and whether the games are any different from some of the other non-conference games that you guys play?
Yeah, this being the Big 5, every gym we play in, going to LaSalle next Sunday, and playing here, teams are going to give us our best effort, their best effort. We just got to come out and try to play harder, and it's just something that goes on every game, But we talk to them daily and try to stay focused and play hard.
Thank you, guys.